FCS parents, hope you guys have had a great week. Just a couple things I want to talk to you about this week. I'm going to start things off talking about what happened on Monday in Nashville. As you're probably aware, there was a school shooting at a Christian school in Nashville, Tennessee. 6 people lost their lives, and that's definitely a tragic and heartbreaking situation. Our prayers go out to that community and those families. And anytime I particularly hear about a school shooting, school is a place where kids should be safe. And so it's particularly worrisome when those types of things take place, a shooting on a school campus. It can bring about a lot of anxiety and worry. And I know I've gotten several questions from parents about things going on here. And anytime we hear about those things, it should make us reflect about what's going on here at Fairfield Christian School. I want to assure you safety is incredibly important here at Fairfield Christian School. Both physical safety, spiritual safety, emotional safety, social safety. We want to keep these kids in a safe environment because it is a broken world out there. And so we want these kids to be here, to grow and learn in a safe environment in all those areas. Certainly physical safety is a part of that. And we've got lots of protocols and procedures in place, physical things in place to help keep kids safe as well, from our locked gates to the cameras around campus to carrying radios by all of our staff to great relationships with law enforcement. We've got lots of things in place to make sure that we keep kids as safe as possible. And we always want to be proactive in those things, not reactive. So in fact, just a couple months ago, we did a whole big review with our staff about all of our safety procedures and how we go about handling all sorts of situations so that we can be the most prepared as possible. We do drills here on campus, whether it's fire drills or lockdown drills. We have drills so that not only are we prepared, but students are prepared to know what to do in every situation as well. So again, safety is very important. And I know anxiety creeps up. In those situations, we have to pray. Paul laid it out very clearly in Philippians chapter 4, verses 6 through 7. He says, "Don't worry about anything, but in everything, through prayer and petition with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God." And here's what will happen if you do those things. "And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your heart and minds in Christ Jesus." It's Philippians 4, 6, and 7. And when we talk about the peace of God, we're not talking about taking away all the problems. That's not what the peace of God is. The peace of God is even when all the problems are around us, when all the stress is around us, when all the drama is coming up, God will allow us to still have peace in the midst of all of that. Just like when they're on the boat and Jesus is taking a nap in the back. Even though the storm is raging, the boat is being tossed, the disciples are freaking out, Jesus is taking a nap. That's the type of peace we're asking for. Again, we live in a broken world. Drama and scary things are going to happen, but God will give us peace in the midst of that if, through prayer and petition with thanksgiving, we make our requests known to Him. So hold on to that verse. There are many others in the Bible too that tell us don't fear, don't be afraid. So even though those feelings can't crop up when you hear about things like that, we trust in God. We do everything we can physically. We do everything we can, and then everything else we have to leave up to God, which is what we do. I did have a question about communication as well. Listen, in any emergency situation, we're going to send a group text out through our Remind app. So if you've not signed up for that, please make sure you get our Remind app notifications. We only use those in very rare circumstances. For example, if we had an event that we were going to cancel at the last minute, we would send out a text through the Remind app so that everybody would know very quickly. And then obviously in emergency situations as well. If something were to happen here on campus, we would send out that text alert through the Remind app to make sure that everybody is aware of what's going on as quickly as possible. If you're not signed up for the Remind app or you're not sure, contact our office so we can get you signed up for that so you can make sure to get those Remind app texts in the case of any emergency situation. All right, we've got a number of things coming up here on campus. First of all, tomorrow night is our FCS worship night. It's going to be right here on campus at 7 p.m. That's tomorrow, Friday, March 31st. This is a student-led endeavor. Our high school chapel leadership team will be leading us in worship in the sanctuary. Everybody's invited. Students, parents, family, friends. We want to pack this place out, and we're going to spend the night worshiping God. Let me emphasize, this is not a performance. This is an opportunity for us to come together as a school community, pray over our school, worship God. We'll have various prayer points throughout the evening, and it's going to be a great time coming together for worship, and I hope you can make it. Hope to see you here. The other important thing that's coming up very quickly is Easter break. So next week, next Friday, April 7th, no school. April 7th on Friday. That's the beginning of our Easter break, and then we're off the entirety of the next week as well. So we got 10 days off after that. So I can tell you, both kids and teachers are looking forward to the break. The spring semester is actually, for us, slightly longer than the fall semester, and there's some long stretches of school in there, but everybody's looking forward to the Easter break. And then once the Easter break is done, it's just a sprint to the end of the school year. So those are the two things on the calendar you need to be aware of right away. Tomorrow night, FCS Worship Night, 7 p.m., Friday, March 31st, right here in the sanctuary, same place we do chapel. And then next Friday, April 7th, that's the beginning of Easter break. All right? Hope you guys have had a great week. Hope you guys are going to have a fantastic weekend. I hope to see you guys tomorrow night here at 7 p.m. on campus for worship night. Have a great weekend. God bless.